Good morning, Newman Nation. This is Justin with Start the Day, your moment of inspiration. So let me kick this bad boy off. I have been seeing all these memes and these jokes about how all the days blend together, and they're hilarious, right? And it feels like that. So I got to thinking, and I got some solutions. All right, here's your traditional week at a glance. Okay, let me see if I can guide you through this. So Sunday is this awesome day. You've got this day of rest. Okay, my mom would call it the Lord's Day, but it's in conflict with Monday because Monday is like the start of the rat race, the daily grind. So you have this nonsense going on, and so we're just going to knock that thing out. And I think we're going to blend that together and call that Sunderday. There we go. So that solves that problem. Now you've got this day just called Sunderday. Okay, day of rest, and there you go, all kind of blended together. Gets rid of Monday completely. No worries there. Okay, second one, Tuesday. Now Tuesday is kind of interesting because it's boring, right? Not a lot of things happen on Tuesday, and so like maybe one interesting thing happens, and then the highlight of Tuesday for me personally is like tacos. Okay, I think Tuesday, I think tacos, and that's not super exciting. So we probably should double that up. So what I want to do is instead of having just like one day that's let's just go ahead and double down on Tuesday, and we'll just call it two for. There we go. So we got two for Tuesday. Leave a little bit of normalcy inside there, but just a day called two for Tuesday, where we're really kind of doubling down on Tuesday, and that gets rid of some of that stuff over there. Okay, so Wednesday, man, we're going to leave that one alone. People like Wednesday. That's like the halfway spot. You walk around saying like hump day, So let's keep Wednesday. It'll be there. All right, Wednesday, perfect. Thursday is just right out. That takes care of that with that two for over there. Don't have to worry about that anymore. And then you get into another kind of strange dichotomy. So you've got Friday over here, which you really only get about half productivity out of. Because, you're working to finish up things you didn't finish the week. You're getting ready for the weekend. You're getting that kind of stuff. But you only get half of the productivity because the other half of the time you're like, oh, man, thank goodness it's Friday. Is it the weekend yet? Am I right? So you get half of productivity and the other half of the time thinking about Saturday. Now, Saturday also has this strange relationship because you've been waiting for it. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, man, I haven't done laundry all week. I got to mow the yard. Or what's that smell coming from my kid's room? So you have all these chores that you have to do, but because you're already like, man, this is supposed to be my Saturday, you really only have half productivity on that day. So you see where I'm getting at. You've got half of productivity on Friday, half of productivity on Saturday. Let's just knock those out, right? And just let's go ahead and just call it productivity day. There we go. Man, simplified calendar. Look at that. Sunday, two for Tuesday, Wednesday, and productivity day. So this is my solution. This is what I'm looking at. And it's funny because I've been talking in this message series about how all these, our time together and our resiliency piece. And it's funny how all these days blend together. So how in the world can you begin to pause and reflect on where you've been and learn if all the days are one big giant blob? Well, I'm going to give you a quick hack, and I hope you appreciate it. So you can actually use this whole time of the coronavirus and this whole, being stuck inside and all the days going together. You can actually use that as a way to create like a new start and a fresh start. Okay, let's see if I can explain. We've known for a long time that humans like fresh start. The beginning of the year and, resolutions, that goes back, ages. The idea that it's our birthday, and so we're going to, tomorrow I'm going to start my new year of life and with a new resolution or a new commitment. Maybe it's the new week, okay? Maybe it's the new month. It's the new season. We like these things, and actually researchers out of the University of Pennsylvania talked about how they're called temporal landmarks. Okay, so temporal time. And we create these landmarks in time that tell us, okay, this is the start to a new thing. Okay, so we like these things. They allow us to say, okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to reflect. I'm going to learn, and then I'm going to start fresh. You see what I'm getting at? Those temporal landmarks are the exact same thing that we need in order for us to pause and reflect on how much we've learned. And in turn, it helps us start fresh and build more resilience. So these things tie together. Yesterday, I gave the quote. It was from Winston Churchill, and I said that this is not the end. It's not even the beginning of the end, but perhaps it is the end of the beginning. So take that quote for a second and digest it. This perhaps is the end of the beginning. So flashback a couple months, right? Flashback those 6 weeks, wherever you were at, and say, okay, so when this started, that is the beginning, right? The shelter in place and things going out of whack. So that was the beginning. And my gosh, guys, what if we're at the end of the beginning? What a great chance to make a temporal landmark, right? A little mental marker that says, you know what? Maybe I didn't keep that diet that I said I was going to. Maybe I haven't worked out as much as I wanted to. Whatever the case might be, maybe you haven't reached out and resolved that estranged relationship that you had committed to doing. Whatever the case might be, now is a chance for you to take this really strange time that we're living in and say, man, I actually have this power to create these temporal landmarks. Isn't that cool? You're not waiting for the new year. You're not waiting for your birthday. You're able to say, my gosh, this is the beginning of this is the end of the beginning. So poof, we got a temporal landmark. And I'll say at the very least, you can get ready for Productivity Day coming up, or maybe this Sunderday, you have this chance to be like, this is my Sunderday. I'm going to start fresh. So use this opportunity, this chance that we have of this nebulous time and capacity that we're all kind of living in. Take that opportunity to think, man, my gosh, I can play with this. I can play with this seemingly, vortex and quagmire of time, and I can create my own temporal landmarks that allow me to stop and to reflect on what I've learned. And like I quoted yesterday, see how far you've come. Where were you when this whole thing went down? Where were you emotionally? Where are you now? So take a second to say, I'm gonna stop and pause and reflect, because this is the end of the beginning. Or at the very least, this is 2 for Tuesday. And from that, begin to say, what is my next step? Because you can start fresh and use this time, hack this time in order to build resilience for yourself and continue to grow and to improve. All right, I thank you for your time, getting a little bit silly with me, a chance to play around with reason. My name is Justin, and I'm here for New Minds TV, an incredible lineup for the day. Thank you so much, and talk to you guys soon.